first stage of our Tuscany tour is a 25-kilometer ride from Galileo Airport through central Pisa, through San Giuliano, and on to Lucca. The elevation is mostly lowlands for the first 10 kilometers, climbs steeply for 5 kilometers from San Giuliano, and rolls gently for the last 10 kilometers.
From the airport, our route goes north over the railroad tracks in the Arno River to the Piazza del Duomo and the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Leave the airport going east on the main road from the terminal. After 100 meters, take the first right which goes under the freeway. Follow this road until it leads you over the railroad overpass. After the overpass, you go right and get in the left lane, and then a sharp left following the road into Pisa Centro. After turning left, go to the next corner where you will turn right. This is the Via Antonio Frati. Then you'll turn left to Via Amerigo Vespucci. Go straight for half a kilometer. After a few twists and turns due to some one-way streets, you eventually arrive at Piazza Vittorio Emanuele. As our arrival was on a Sunday, traffic was very light, not like a weekday. You exit the square by the Church of San Antonio, and then follow the right fork to Via Francesco Crispi. Go straight for about 400 meters, which will take you over the River Arno on the bridge Ponte Solferino. Just after crossing the bridge, veer to the right on the main street, Via Roma. The Leaning Tower and the Duomo are at the end of Via Roma, 800 meters straight ahead. When you arrive at the Duomo and Tower, you'll most likely find yourself in the company of many tourists and souvenir and food stands.
From the Duomo, cycle east and join with Highway SS-12 and follow all the way to San Giuliano Terme.
After making a right turn, you'll pass the world-famous landmarks and continue around Piazza Arcivescovado. From the piazza, go east on Via Cardinale Pietro Maffi for just 1 block. And then turn left on Via San Ranieriano, where you get your final peek at the Duomo and the Tower. After 1 block, you turn right and go another block until you exit through the city wall to Via Contessa Matilda. Turn right here. Follow along the outside of the city walls for about 300 meters. Then you will veer off to the left as it becomes Strada Statale. Cyclists use the path along the highway to avoid the busy auto traffic on the road past the city walls. In a few hundred meters, you reach the end of the wall at Porta a Lucca, where most of the traffic turns right. Instead, you want to go straight. This is where the road becomes Route SS-12, or Via Lucchese. Riding on Route 12, you soon exit Pisa and can see the Tuscan hills beyond. For a while, the route is tree-lined, providing some shade from the hot sun. Suddenly, you break into an open area with the hills just ahead. As you continue along with the beautiful scenery all around, be watchful of traffic. Most motorists are very courteous to cyclists, but note the lack of shoulder and a speed limit.
From San Giuliano Terme, the route continues on the SS-12R through switchbacks and a 1-kilometer tunnel to Lucca.
Route 12 branches into 2 roads, 12 and 12R, just before you reach San Giuliano Terme. They both go to Lucca. This is where you would turn left to exit if you were taking Route 12. We chose Route 12R, the most direct route. However, it involves passage through a tunnel nearly 1 kilometer long. We would not recommend this route unless you are equipped with adequate lighting, especially a rear flasher. Following Route 12R, there will be a steep hill for about 1 kilometer going past some chalky hills with some switchback corners. Your first introduction to Tuscan hills. Continue climbing out of San Giuliano, following signs toward Lucca as the road winds upward. Keep climbing, the tunnel is just ahead. This is the approach to the tunnel, and a good time to pull over to the side of the road and turn on your flashers. Take a deep breath and pedal carefully, checking your rear view mirror. In the distance, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. With great relief, you exit the tunnel and continue straight. The road levels out and remains flat for the remainder of the ride into Lucca. On the way, you'll go past agricultural areas and then past this church on the road to Lucca. As you near Lucca, you'll pass under the Autostrada A11. Exit as soon as you see the sign for the city wall and centro. All traffic enters through these ancient portals. Now find your way to Piazza San Michele. This is a good place to get your bearings. Take out your map and find your hotel.